All right, so we're on episode 2.
Episode 2.
Oh, Showtime with Sharkey and Josh.
Yep.
The best show in Cinepunx.
That's right.
Just saying.
Yeah.
And what did we
anyone
watch?
doesn't agree with us, it's beef.
Total beef. Total beef. So what was the movie we watched this evening?
Suicide Squad.
God damn, it's the Suicide Squad, because the previous one is known as simply Suicide Squad.
Yes.
The Suicide Squad.
This is James Gunn.
James Gunn's the Suicide Squad.
Robert Dubois. He's in prison for putting Superman in the ICU with a kryptonite bullet.
I'm not joining your Suicide Squad.
We'll see.
My court date is coming up. And Miss Waller said maybe you could help me out.
You're flexing in my door!
Everyone stand down.
Miss Waller, I don't...
Stand down!
I wouldn't take such extreme measures if this mission went more important than you could possibly imagine. Are you in or out? Good. Let's meet your team.
It's okay, I'm not okay.
Each member is chosen for his or her own completely unique set of abilities.
I need to feel the raindrops on my head, on my head.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Had to go number 2.
Good to know.
Is this thing a dog?
A dog? What kind of dog do you think it is, mate?
I'm gonna go with Afghan Hound.
Oh my god, is it a werewolf?
Yo, they sent me next to a werewolf! Yo, let me out!
Hey, he's not a werewolf, okay? He's a weasel. He's harmless. I mean, he's not harmless. He's killed 27 children, but, you know.
Your mission is to destroy every trace of something known only as Project Starfish. Any questions?
Starfish is a slang term for a butthole. Think there's any connection?
No.
No. All right. Let's get it. This is suicide.
Well, that's kind of our thing.
I'm a superhero!
That's my dad.
I want to get you out of here alive.
I'm going to get you out of here alive.
Ratatouille, what do you got?
Bird.
Now it. Stay off the comm.
Okay, so Sharky, you did more research for the show than I did.
Briefly, today.
In that you watched the first one today.
Correct.
Whoa. So, talk to me about the comparison between the two.
I think people kind of like shit all over the first one too much without acknowledging that like the people who were acting in it did a great job. They did a very good job.
Script problem is what I would say. I would describe as the first one.
It just makes no sense, and it's the typical thing that the WB does with their properties. Is it's like, this makes money.
We're just gonna
here's
run
this
with it.
easy to swallow script. Let's put it into production.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, it's okay. I definitely came out of the first one thinking like, I'm not so much into it, and that was the only time I saw it.
Yeah.
When we saw it the first time. Going into this, my expectation was very low.
Yes.
How about you? Were you
equally low?
Okay. And where are you on comic book movies though?
So, they're just too aggressively fed to the mass public.
So you're over it, or are we?
As a fan of comic book properties, I am over live action comic book movies.
Okay.
And Marvel is to blame for that. Not DC.
So you just decried the genre. You're like, fuck an action comic book movie.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
like
That's
a hard
cool.
hard pass generally.
I don't know if I'm as hyped about it, but I was hyped for Black Widow.
Okay.
Going into this, I was like, okay, well, we just saw Black Widow. I'm kind of good with it. Let's just go for it, just because, whatever. We got other screenings coming up, but this one was one of them. It's one of the big ones.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let's do this. Now, here's the thing. I had a fucking blast. I had an amazing goddamn time.
Yeah.
It was a 2 hour and 15-minute runtime. How did you feel about the runtime?
I didn't think it went that long.
It felt like nothing, right?
Yeah.
It just kind of flew
not at
by.
all. Yep.
There's no fat to this movie. It skips along. at a pace that I feel is, well, first of all, let's talk about the movie. What happens in the movie? What's the story behind this movie?
So it's anyone who's familiar with like the Suicide Squad, like the whole premise is like they put together this team of misfits to go and do these
prisoners.
Yes.
Right.
To go and do these jobs that, you know, they don't deem fit for like the Justice League or something like that.
Right.
So
So
that's basically what they're doing again. They're going out on another, you know, mission, and if you fail, it's your fault, and if you succeed, no one will know about it. So
yeah, and the bombs in the head. What do you think about that? Were you into that? Or?
I mean, they do the bombs in the head. Otherwise, why would you believe that they have any stake in the game?
Fair.
Right? Like,
here's the thing. This is what. Okay, first of all, this movie does the thing where it presupposes that you've seen Suicide Squad. So
it does.
It doesn't even take more than 2 minutes to give you the whole backstory. It's just like, this is what we're doing.
Which is how I prefer my movies.
Yeah, because it cuts the fat.
Just get rid of that.
It also just assumes that you're not an idiot. That you're not, like, just walking this, like, what's this? Like, just kind of, you're, like, and I prefer a movie that respects its audience.
Yes.
Yeah, this movie presupposes that you know what's going on. So they know that you're in on the joke. This movie also does the thing that Suicide Squad didn't do, where they're like, yo, blood.
Well, yeah.
And like there's head explodings in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Full frontal male nudity.
Oh, full frontal male nudity, head exploding.
That's right.
And someone gets ripped in half.
The most epic.
What the fuck is...
They had to give him that, because really, that character was just comic relief.
Yeah, he was, but he also was kind of... Okay, so who are the characters we have? We have,
King Shark.
We have King Shark.
Yes.
Voiced by Sylvester Stallone. We have...
no shit, was it?
Yeah, he gets the acting role. He gets the credit for King Shark.
That's great.
And then we have Margot Robbie, and we have, as Harley Quinn, we have Rick Flag. I don't know who plays him.
I don't.
Yes, another white dude.
Yep.
We got John Cena.
Can we pause there?
Yeah.
John Cena is becoming very impressive as a actor in these types of roles.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Right? Like, because in F9, I was like, he's the only one in this fucking movie that can act.
And you know what? He's great in these roles, dude.
He knows the role.
It's part comic relief.
Yeah.
It's part action hero. It's all John Cena. And you know what? I might be a fan.
It works.
I might be a fan. Are you a wrestling
Totally
fan?
works.
Are
I'm
you?
not.
Me neither.
Couldn't care less.
Not a thing. Not
Yeah.
a thing that I care about. But here we are, and I'm like, yo, John Cena's fucking doing the thing, man.
He is. Yes.
He's so good in this movie too.
Absolutely.
Because he plays a particular role in this movie.
He does. And I didn't think they were going to go the route that they end up going with it. I was just like, oh, they're just going to make that type of character fit in with these, you know, other characters.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree.
And I was like, oh, they're just making it like all one harmonious thing. And then, no. And I'm very happy
and then
that
there's a thing that happens.
Yeah.
There's a tonal shift, and it works so well.
Yeah.
Here's what I was thinking about while we were watching this movie. Number one, I love a siege movie. I love a siege movie.
Yep.
You got to siege something, I'm fucking there for it. I don't give a shit if it's World War II. I don't give a shit if it's 1917. I don't give a shit if it's in the future. If you have to unify forces to forward a stronghold, count
You're
me in. If you're Jurgen Prochnow in the Keep, I am 100% here for it. That's number one. Number two, I love a monster movie. I love a big kaiju.
Yes.
And guess what, man? There's a kaiju in this movie. Oh.
And they reference it.
Yo. How blessed was that moment when you realize that that's what's happening?
That's 100%. Like, the whole theater was like, oh, fuck.
It's so good. And it's like, it's one of those things where the monster is just colorful enough to be like pretty, but just dastardly and bloodthirsty enough to be horrifically villainous.
Yes.
So you've got a superhero team, you've got a siege movie to a degree, and you have a kaiju movie all mixed up in one.
Yes.
To which there's no way I could not love this movie more. This movie is a perfect summer movie for me.
It is. It doesn't need to be remembered or appreciated for like too much more than what it is. Though it does have important moments.
I'll agree.
Its sole purpose is to be entertaining.
To be entertaining.
Yes.
And,
And,
dude,
it
here's the
is
thing.
entertaining because James Gunn understands entertainment.
Got it. He's got
He
that
understands
moment, right?
how to
Like,
pace. He understands how not to take something that shouldn't be taken serious, just to the right points.
Agreed.
Right? It's not so funny that you're just out of the movie.
Yeah.
It's not so suspenseful
It's still
and dramatic
like in the
that
lane.
you're not
So
getting
the
the jokes.
other thing about this movie, what did you think about the fact that they have a whole bunch of other characters that just get blown away in the first 5 minutes of the movie?
Well, I think it sets a standard. Like, so it's just I'll kill whoever I want. So
Okay,
otherwise,
alright,
when King
okay.
Shark falls, I don't think that gives away anything. When King Shark falls out of a building, you go, oh fuck, like
We're gonna kill King
this
Shark.
this dude can die. I
it makes
mean,
the whole thing real. Like,
watch
the
it and you'll
stakes real.
find out.
Yeah.
But like, otherwise, there's no stakes to it, right?
You're right.
Like, if you don't kill, like
you don't kill major actors in this movie, of a movie that's mostly not major actors.
true. Well, we didn't
And-
finish the cast.
Oh, yeah,
Idris
yeah.
Elba is
Idris Elba. What are your thoughts on Idris Elba?
Bloodlust, right?
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
What? Number one, I
Bloodsport.
thought he was the same character that Will Smith was in the first
Yeah.
one.
Well,
I'm
why
like,
wouldn't you? Because
wait a minute, that's not the same dude.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on Idris Elba?
I didn't know he could do funny like that.
Okay. He's
When
a
he's-
versatile actor.
He
I'll
is.
give him that.
I mean, he's. It was very, very good, his performance. Like, it was.
I'll give you that.
Is
yeah.
he the like alpha? Is he? You know, like
He plays
just
the
plays.
leader role well, so he's kind of like de facto leader in a lot of this movie, which I was here for. But here's my thing: Idris Elba, when he's not being an actor, is a DJ, like a house DJ, and that's all I can think of every time I see him on the screen. That he's like this house fist pumpy DJ, like wears like those Puma shoes that say Pirelli on the sides. You know the ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I could think of, like Idris Elba dancing and being happy as a DJ every time I see him. That said, I'm not trying to take away from a man's performance. It was good. But man, that's all I could think of. Just him being like a pretty boy dance party DJ guy. And it blows my mind.
So all I can think about is American Gangster.
Okay. That's fair too.
It was my first probably time seeing.
And you have
him.
an affinity for gangster movies, to be fair.
I mean,
you
that's
like
my favorite gangster movie.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And he's, you know, he plays just that role well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And do you think that was in this movie as well? Like that,
I
like
don't know if that was necessarily
bossy kind of like main
to a
man?
degree. I would say that he's playing, you know, a criminal.
Okay.
So like,
All
there's
right.
probably elements of that. Like, he has to be dangerous.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's
Like, he
still-
has to be like when he says like, well, you should have brought a lookout or something like that.
Right.
Only he could have made that seem serious.
Yeah. You're right.
Right.
You're right.
Like, because that really tiptoed on that funny or not line with the interaction between him and his daughter. It was funny, but then it was also really not funny.
it really wasn't. It was really
Right?
tragic, right? Like
And
it was really like kind of dour.
And the entire purpose of his character hinged on that interaction.
It's true. The entire back.
And I don't know if anyone else could have done that other than Will Smith.
I'll give you that. He navigated it very deftly, I'll say. Like, because you're right. That whole thing sets the stage for the entire movie. And that scene happens in the beginning
Yeah.
of the movie. And it's actually pretty impressive writing-wise.
Yeah, no, yeah. Did James Gunn write this?
I believe he did.
I'm not surprised.
If we were to go to the phone person in the back.
Give us one moment while our producer fact checks the things that just come out of my mouth.
Frozen. We're all melting in here.
Yeah. This is the sweatiest show on Cinepunx.
It's not. It's
Staying in there.
Oh man, I put in the 2016 one. What was the question?
Did
Did James Gunn
Yes.
write this?
Okay.
Written and directed by.
Written-
All right.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Well, I am
As you
not
were saying.
surprised that James Gunn wrote this too, because I forget why I was
It's
telling
just so
that,
well
but-
written. It's so
It
well
is.
paced. It's so well written. All the notes are there. And here's the thing, Sharkey. You were saying prior to this taping that you were having a rough day.
Oh, very rough day.
We go into this movie, and
Yeah.
now you're in a better mood.
Yeah, no, everything's much more fun now.
And that's what the magic of this goddamn movie is.
That is definitely the magic of
Would you
just
agree?
good
Like, this
filmmaking.
movie is just straight
it's
up.
able to completely alter the way you may have felt before going into the theater.
And that's the beauty of the summer popcorn blockbuster.
Yeah, that's what this is.
To which
Right.
this is totally what this is.
And it didn't try to be something else.
It didn't. It didn't have any pretense.
No.
It didn't have any type of like Vin Diesel saying that he's trying to get an Oscar for Fast and Furious 9 or whatever. Like it just, which trust, that's part of the mystique and I love it.
Right.
I'm all in.
I think it just gets...
It's just funny
Hype.
that he's doing a musical for it. But that's neither here nor there. But
Right.
this movie,
But I hate him. I hate him.
this movie, I think, is an awesome summer blockbuster, and I think it's worth seeing on the big screen.
I agree.
I think that the sound was amazing. I thought that all the bird stuff was cool. And I think that, like, you know, just all of it just looks beautiful on the big screen. The monster looks amazing on the big screen. The cast looks amazing. Like, all of it looks great.
I agree.
So, final ruling on the Suicide Squad.
So, final rolling
Yeah.
is it's good. You should go see it. You should probably see it in a theater.
Agreed.
You should probably see it with friends and just have a good time
it's a
and
cheering in
not
the
think
seats
too much
movie.
about it.
Yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
take it in.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy a whole lot of fun.
Yeah. Absolutely. Whole lot of fun.
That's it.
Thank you, Sharkey. Episode 2. Done and done.
Done.
We're killing it, dog.
Yeah.
Killing it. That's so dope.